All right. Grapevine, maybe. So I know Allegra got tweeted at.
Yeah, which is weird because, like we said, I don't even remember the last time I was on an episode.
Right.
But Kirsten at Anxiety Posting tweeted at me, now that I have a Twitter again, I can express that I want Allegra to start a podcast and also be my best friend. And I'm like, I too want to start a podcast and be friends. But I'm also very lazy, so that's why I'm a hermit and I just live in my basement.
Allegra and her friend Cole have been talking about starting a podcast for a long time.
Been considering it.
But they still haven't got it together, Trish.
Yeah.
So, and one could say, like, you could have used an opportunity to be on this podcast together to, like, plug a new podcast that you could have had, but you guys haven't done it yet.
Well, the problem is we're both the Kelsey of the group. As discussed previously, if Kelsey and Sean tried to start a podcast, it just wouldn't happen.
Right. Well,
I'm coming for you, Sean.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do a lot of Grapevine because I'm going to wait for Kelsey to do most of it. But I'm just going to give shout outs to two people who have tweeted at us, like, video things that they've made that we've retweeted. And the first one is from My Name is Kieli at Lil Miss Hungry, or Lil_Miss_Hungry. Anyway, we retweeted this, and it actually happened today, Sunday, and she put the Dumbass Dudes California song over the theme song to the OC, and I'm like, it hurts my soul. She tweeted us and she said, so I made this Don't Hate Me too much, and I am insulted. I am like, it hurts my soul, but I recognize it as a funny joke. Yeah. So shout out to her for doing that. And then also, I need to shout out Dev at VC Ronica Sawyer, who put the audio from when we had Mike and I might have shouted you out already, but I don't remember. When we had Mike and Haley on, and they had this whole joke about the family bag, and she put that audio over, like, an edited version of that episode, which we have also retweeted, and I've watched it so many times. It's freaking hilarious and amazing. Especially the shot where Haley goes, oh no, and then it, like, zooms in on Allie's face. It's great. I love it. So that's all the Grapevine that I'm going to be doing today. So if you would like to be featured on a future Grapevine segment, you can tweet at us at DeGrassiPod or on Instagram at DeGrassiPod. You can email us at whateverittakespodcast@gmail.com or on Tumblr, whateverittakespodcast.tumblr.com. You can listen to us pretty much anywhere, but if you're on Apple Podcasts, if you could rate, review, and subscribe, that would be super cool. And if you leave us a review, Kelsey and I will make up a Degrassi-inspired fan fiction for you on the show. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at HollandTacular.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Allegra Baker, Allegra Baker.
That was, like, so quiet. Enunciate. Allegra Baker. It's spelled like the medicine. Baker.
How dare you? You come into my home. You say that to my face, Holland, like the country.
Hey, that's how I have to introduce myself to people.
That sucks. Get out of my house.
In a loud environment, anyway. What are you going to recommend to the people today, Allegra?
You bitch. You already know what you're going to recommend.
Okay, you want me to go first?
You go first.
So, I have a confession to make. I may have joined the army, and not like Anya. And by the army, I don't mean the one like Anya. I mean the BTS army. We're working on a BTS project at work, and I have gone into a wormhole on YouTube, and now I am, like, I am in a BTS, like, wormhole, and I don't really want to dig myself out of it because I love BTS now, guys. Like, this is my life. I'm shocked. I'm sure Allegra's shocked too because I made the fuck I made so much fun for when she went through her K-pop phase in high school.
It's honestly not fair. My B-boys were SHINee, R.I.P. Jonghyun, number one love in my heart.
Oh, so sad.
I was really into them late high school, but when my ass bought a poster or two,
okay, it wasn't
God
a poster.
Forbid I am allowed to like things.
I just want to point out that it wasn't a poster; it was a wall scroll.
No, it fucking wasn't.
You definitely had a SHINee wall scroll.
Oh, yeah. That was a gift.
Also,
about that.
I actually don't know if I made fun of you that much. I think it was maybe more Gray.
And Dad.
I was just like, yeah, Allegra's into weird things.
Oh,
wrote it off.
Yeah.
We know I'm the epitome of I can dish it, but I can't take it. We know this
so
about me. It's an older sibling thing.
I was just so ahead of my time. I wasn't appreciated in my household.
But anyway, I like BTS now. I could recommend a new song every week, but I won't do that. I really like Go Go. I obviously DNA and Mic Drop. They're popular ones. I'm just gonna recommend fucking discover BTS. Watch their music videos because they're really good at dancing, and they're all so fucking beautiful.
Listen,
They're so pretty.
Let me just fucking say though, hardcore K-pop fans are some of the worst people ever.
Oh yeah, no,
they're terrible. So please like things, and also don't be an asshole. Holland.
Hey man, I have apologized to you.
It's fine, I'm not bitter.
Also, yeah. Tweet at me if you want to find out my ranking of favorite member to least favorite member of BTS.
Wow, Holland treating them like objects.
That's what boy bands are for, Allegra. No,
wow,
I'm just kidding.
Hot take.
I am just kidding. I've been watching... the more I watch of them, the more I appreciate each and every member of BTS for who they are. Anyway.
Okay, weirdo.
I'm like, this fandom started off like half as a joke / I'm researching this for work, but I'm just like, I'm leaning into it. I'm enjoying myself. I know it's gonna burn fast. This fandom isn't gonna last forever.
All right, stop backpedaling.
I did this with One Direction as well, where I went down like a wormhole of press interviews when they were first a thing and like listened to their music, and then like I backed off and was just like, they're fine. And I'll probably do the same with BTS because I'm a 26-year-old woman who probably shouldn't be like obsessing over a boy band.
Hold on, I have some news for you. You're a 26-year-old woman with a Degrassi podcast.
That is very fair, which probably means that a lot of the listeners know who BTS actually is.
I don't know. You have fans in South Dakota, so it could go either way.
That's true, but BTS is internationally famous.
Shouts out to South Dakota listeners.
They have over 10 billion views. I also have way too much information about them now. That's just stuck in my brain. I've talked about BTS for way too long. Do you know what you're going to be recommending?
Yep. So I love this podcast called Snap Judgment. It's just storytelling. Real people tell real stories from their lives. It's different every episode. I don't really know how to explain it. Glenn Washington, the host, is just amazing. I've tweeted at him a couple times and he liked them. I didn't think I would be into just different stories every single week, but they're so well produced and they're about really, really cool things. Sometimes they're just about we love ghost stories here on the podcast. Let's throw some ghost stories. And then it's I was a prisoner of war for years. And it's one time my grandma had a antique piano. It's they're really cool stories from people all over the world and different times. And there was this one where this guy had lived in the woods for 20 years. There was this time, in Yosemite in the 70s, a plane crashed and it was full of marijuana. And so all the hippies of Yosemite, lived large and the police didn't know how or why that happened. There's some really cool, good stuff. And, everyone who makes the stories and produces it do a really good job.
That's awesome. All right. Well, that is all that we have for you guys today. Thank you, as always, to Jay for our wonderful theme song. And thank all of you for listening. And thank you, Allegra, for filling in and being on the show today.
No problem.
Goodbye, Panthers.
Bye, Panthers.